I wonder what
this
the
one,
PragerU has to say about capitalism versus socialism.
Capitalism versus socialism.
Bro, you're so you. You already disliked it.
Sum up each economic system in one line. Capitalism is based on human greed.
I'm glad you're admitting this, bro.
Socialism is based on human need, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Wrong. So wrong. It's exactly backwards.
It's
And
wrong.
I'll prove it to you. Been on Amazon lately? Each of the thousands of products Amazon offers represents the work of people who believe they have something you want or need. If they're right, they prosper. If they're wrong, they don't.
Well, the needs exist in a vacuum. Like
the workers? The ones pissing in
bottles?
bottles?
Aren't choosing. The workers aren't choosing that, and they're also alienated from a product of their labor. But also, like, the part about this argument I never like is that, like, needs don't exist in like a vacuum. Like, what we want, what we desire, is all contingent on the society we live in, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, the bourgeoisie, through, like, a cultural apparatus, like, create spectacle commodities which we think we desire, right? And it's a false desire. There's a reason why we always want more and more, right? There's a reason why, like, our culture is so hedonistic, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why, like, people have shopping addictions, food addiction, or, like, why, like, we always want, like, a new iPhone or something. Like, it's not like these are all just innovators who are, like, tapping into a missing part of our psyche. More so that our psyche is contingent on what they produce. Like,
the motivation for this is fucking profit.
Yeah, but there's cultural deviations in what people buy also, which is like, I think it's like an empirical proof of this, so to speak, right?
Yeah. This guy's like, oh, this is wrong, and then refuses to elaborate. I mean, I guess he's gonna try to elaborate, but like, fuck. Like, oh, the chapter is called The Free Market. Sure, bro.
That's how the free market works. It encourages people to improve their lives by satisfying the needs of others. No one starts a business making a thing or providing a service for themselves. They start a business to make things or provide services for others. I speak from personal experience. When I was the CEO of the company that owns Carl's Jr. and Hardee's restaurant chains, we spent millions of dollars every...
Bro, what is he create? He's created... Have you had either of those? I've had both of those once.
Never. I don't know what these are.
Oh, they're both American fast food chains that only exist on the West Coast. But I think both of them... Actually, maybe Hardee's is for U.S. But I think they're both West Coast. I think they're both, like, only in California, like Nevada, Arizona. But, like, they're terrible, bro. Like, I'm a fast food glazer. I think both of those are, like, subpar compared to, like, the other fast food chains. It's like, what did he invent? Like, a different deviation of a burger? No, he just got a competitive advantage due to some reason.
Yeah.
And thus monopolized, right? Because monopolization is a natural tendency of capitalism.
Absolutely. He was an anti-abortion lawyer in the 1980s.
Yeah, look up Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. I want you to see how shit this looks.
Carl's Jr.'s?
Yeah, that's the fast food chain, yes.
This guy's not a graphic designer. Spicy chicken.
It's just like another normal American fast food place. Oh, what's they're abroad? I didn't notice that. I thought it was only West Coast.
There's Hardee's in Kazakhstan? Fucking Pakistan? Why is there Carl Juniors in fucking
Oman?
Turkey?
Iraq? I think Iraq's the weirdest one, bro. Well, low key, like, this is like Lenin's imperialism. We're still in the imperialist stage of capitalism, bro.
China? Fucking Cambodia too. Why is there a location in Cambodia?
One of my favorite things to do, not anymore, but like I used to do this a lot a few years ago. I'd look up like random American fast food chains. I look up like Burger Kings around the world. And I'd be like, why the hell is there one in Rwanda? And I'd look up for one location, look up pictures of it on like Google Maps. Or like, what's it called? Like Google reviews. I always found that fascinating because like, our American products are found everywhere. Like the imperialist stage of capitalism,
it's crazy.
Like, proves more Correct every day. Hardee's, Kenya?
They have a Hardee's in Nairobi, but it's in the airport.
How do you know that?
It was on the map.
Oh, what? That's insane. Like, it blows my mind for like the things I consume and see daily as an American can be found in like every pocket of Earth. But it's not the same like anywhere else. Like, I'm not finding Chinese goods at my local like supermarket. Actually, I might, because I live in New York City. But anywhere else in the country, like, I'm not finding like Chinese goods or Russian goods in like common. But like, if you go anywhere, any corner of the world, you're gonna find a bottle of Coke, right? You're gonna find a McDonald's.
Except in Iraq, there's no Dr. Pepper. JT was very mad about it.
No, Dr. Pepper is beautiful. JT, you went to Iraq?
Yeah. He met with Hakim and Yugopnik in Iraq.
That's where they met? Why?
Yeah. And Hakim drove them around.
Where they met? How did American let them there? How did like American get in there? Is that like impossible?
No clue. But I guess they got seduced by his beautiful curls. Might be the case.
Wait, that's sick. What?
Let's continue to listen to what fucking Andy Posner has to say. Carl's Jr.
Every year, trying to determine what customers wanted. If our customers didn't like something, we changed it, and fast. Because if we didn't, our competitors would, pun intended, eat us for lunch. The consumer, that's you, has the ultimate power.
Consume.
In effect, you vote with every dollar you spend.
I wonder who has more dollars than others, motherfucker. How is this an argument?
Well, also, again, I don't think our needs, like, this treats us as, like, rational entities, right? But, like, we aren't that. We aren't what the rational beings, like, Kant thought we were, or, like, Descartes thought we was, or liberals think we are. Like, we exist, our consciousness exists as part of society, right?
Yeah.
Like, society exists before the mind, not mind before society, right? And like we desire, we crave, we buy because of certain deviations in culture or material conditions. I'm like tomorrow I'm probably gonna go to like Starbucks because of a condition to want a chai latte. Or that's a shitty example. You get where I'm going.
Chai latte.
Like,
yeah, I mean, this conditioned me to this morning stop to fucking Krispy Kreme, then went to get some pho at the pho Tonkino's place where the guy posted reels about him doing the 6-7 and unfortunately blackface. It was delicious pho. Then I had some fucking Nutella banana baguettes. Like, what the fucking kind of rationality is there here? I'm just...
Desires like desires aren't just like it's not like there's like desirous holes in our psyche that like exist until capitalist cures them. It's rather like the holes are created by the capitalist and then the capitalist also fills them, right? It's a system of total dependency.
Yeah.
The way I picture it is like there's a hole in my like heart and like that hole gets filled when I consume what I desire. But that hole gets created by the capitalist and filled by it. So plus, like we have a society of like totally dependent people on the bourgeoisie, right?
Yeah.
But I don't like. That's why I really hate the argument. Like you vote with every dollar. No, I don't. You tell me how to vote.
Someone's saying I love voting with my $7.25 an hour minimum wage.
Also, like that's what I'm saying. Like, or like, it's not like you have much of a choice sometimes to vote either. Like the people who are eating at Carl's Jr. aren't like cuisine lovers. Like it's just like, mostly it's just like broke college kids or like poor Americans that need like a quick, fast, easy eat, right?
I mean, it's fucking hilarious too that he's talking about like capitalist success and it's fucking Carl's Jr. and the Hardee's. What the fuck is this, bro? They don't have like that big of a name, do they?
Yeah, they nah, they're like a C-tier American chain. Like I know, I've never heard anyone list either of those like their favorite fast food place. Like, they're known, but like. No, it's not talked about as much as like any other American chain.
It's more based on location. Like you don't fucking vote with your dollars, or whatever the fuck. You just eat whatever is closest to you.
Yeah, but also like.
I mean, unless there's a craving.
You need to pay attention to the demographic of who's eating it. Like, there's a reason why, like,
Mhm.
rich people don't really eat fast food. Well, I guess, like, Trump does. But that's honestly, like, a public sphere type thing.
Yeah,
Probably.
he's a fucking
But,
slug.
like, the main demographics are, like, kids that want, like, a cheap eat or a quick eat or, like the, like, casual aspect of it in the toys. It's college kids who, like, don't have a lot of money, or, like, poor families and need, like, or working people that need, like, a quick, cheap eat meal, right?
Yeah.
If you're like if you're like, I don't know, if you're like a New York City banker, like, that's not gonna be your choice of dining after a long day at work. You're gonna go to a steakhouse, right?
Yeah.
Like, you vote on your dollars. You vote with your dollars very differently depending on the class you operate in or the culture you operate in, right?
Material conditions. Woo.
Well, yeah. Like, I sound reductionist, but like, it really is that simple.
No, it's not reductionist. That's what it fucking is. And I'm tired
Yeah, I
of
know.
pretending it's not.
In
Yeah.
a socialist economy, the government has the ultimate
I wonder who the fuck composes the government in a dictatorship of the proletariat, bro.
power. It decides what you get from a limited supply it decides should exist.
Or do you mean the fucking production targets set by the, like, signals from the factories? What's this guy saying? Like, they think they think that socialism is like commandism when it's really not.
Instead of millions of people making millions of decisions about what they want, a few people, government elites, decide what people should have and how much they should pay for it.
I also remember when it was like 4 fucking people deciding in the USSR. That's totally what happened.
Also, is this not like what the bourgeoisie functionally do now? Like, does the bourgeoisie not decide what we want?
Apparently not. It's a free market. Oh, we're gonna make the funny voice. But like, God fucking damn
They
it.
not decide what we. Like, there's a reason why we all have like cell phone addictions or like food addictions. Like, these aren't natural commodities. It's more so they're deciding what we want. And what we want is more of that thing. There's a reason why, like, what am I forgetting the name of it? There's a reason why marketing is an entire major you can get, an entire industry. Like, marketing as a discipline is literally teaching capitalists like, how to decide what buyers want, right?
I mean,
Like,
yes, and
food companies. Sorry, what?
Yeah, but another point from this is like, from what I've seen from like people in marketing, it's not just like a question of like, like reaching consumers, but it's also like a whole lot of courses on like how to enshittify the service while keeping the users in there. Like, how. Like, you have to at some point, you can't just offer the consumers what they want. You have to satisfy the fucking shareholders. Often those two things are contradictory. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but functionally, this is exactly what the bourgeoisie do, and they decide how much you pay for it. I mean, that's what like monopoly price is. Like, the reason why like fast food is so cheap is because they've reached such a monopolistic stage that they can afford to make their prices lower than everyone else, and then.
I mean,
Us, like, have an advantage, right?
Yeah, I mean, as Lenin described in Imperialism, the high stage of capitalism, they start diversifying their production to produce everything they fucking need at home in a house, so they can lower prices and fucking expand more and more. Oh, I love this system.
Not surprisingly, they always get it wrong.
Oh, do they?
Have you ever noticed that late-stage socialist failures always run out of essential items like toilet paper?
Oh, yeah, I wonder when that fucking happened, bro.
But that happened to like New York during COVID, bro. That was a huge issue here in the city.
That's like the worst fucking timing. They put out the video like 1 year before COVID.
But also, like, one, it's due to sanctions. Two, even that was the fault of like central planning. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, yeah. They ran out of toilet paper in Cuba. True. This guy.
Like, even if this was the fault of central planning, I don't really think it matters. And here's why. Like, how many years did it take the West to develop? It was up to debate. Like, it took it many hundreds of years, right? And those hundreds of years were bloody, violent, but history, as we understand as Marxists, is a progressive force, right?
Yeah.
And it's constantly developing, and these societies developed with due time, right? But of course, like rest of not first, of course, the third world was imperialized, and thus, like their development has been is slower, like than ours, and their systems are developing slower than ours. But like where I'm going with this is like capitalism took like a few hundred years to develop to where it is now, right? And we still have these problems. But
Meanwhile,
we had many problems that were resolved. But like, meanwhile, we hold like the socialist experiments like to the same standards as the West, which had hundreds of years to develop overnight.
Like most of these fucking socialist experiments were like agrarian nations that didn't have a really big phase of industrialism, so their NEP was like less than a decade in the USSR. China, I mean, they're in the fucking capitalist restoration. They're not socialists, but like, fuck, the USSR had like not even 70 years of existence, and of that, like 8 years of capitalist development. When the United States had fucking 200. So they had the time to build productive forces. The USSR did that in 20 years. Industrially, the whole fucking country went on the moon. Meanwhile, the US runs out of toilet paper, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, compare 70 years of the US or the West or 70 years of the Soviets, right? And I think that is a fair comparison because like systems take hundreds of years to develop. History is a progressive force. Like you shouldn't treat or judge societies outside of historical context they exist in, right?
Yeah.
Like as Marxists, we understand history to be everything. History is the most essential element to everything else. Or I guess history and class, which are kind of one and the same
thing.
to a degree.
All hitherto existing society, history, society. Fuck.
That lines a blessing and a curse. I made this point in class the other day, though. The professor was talking about how, like, the dictatorship of the proletariat was proven to be a terrible idea and living away of the state because of the failures of the Soviet Union, because the state never wavered away. But the point I made to him was, like American capitalism, it's had, like, what, like 400 years of development? Is that safe to say? Like, the Soviets were only given, like 20 years before, not even, before we started holding them to the same standards we hold to West, which is hundreds of years of development ahead of the Soviets. Like, every transition in history, every major transformation, every major revolution is violent and is turbulent. That's just how history progresses. That's just dialectics resolving themselves again, right?
And this guy demonized any fucking revolution that was this, like, actual abhorrent material conditions while supporting the American Revolution that was based on a fucking, like, genocidal colonialist expansion. And because it suits their interests, like, suddenly it's good, I guess. Ugh. I fucking hate these people.
It's just, I don't want to judge societies outside of their course of development, so to speak. I mean, that's not to say, like, that's not to say everything that happens in history is good. That's how many people, like, vulgarize Marxism.
Yeah.
That's not what we're saying. But, like, you have to understand things as it relates to modes of consciousness and modes of class development at the time, right?
Yeah. Viewers saying, like, also American capitalism largely developed under strict protectionism and later on, like, Keynesian economics. Like, I made that point in a earlier video, but, like, the market and the states were never separated from one another, right? Like, to create capitalism, well, to transition from capitalism, there was the closure of the commons. Like, the state actively gave private property to those fucking bourgeoisie. And
exactly.
And throughout that whole fucking thing, R&D was done by the states most of the time with military research. And the state comes in to fucking save the market whenever the fuck the system collapses on itself. I had some notes.
I didn't even realize you were reading chat. I thought you were just, like, saying okay.
No. I mean, only that comment on Keynesian economics was the chat.
I just opened chat for the first time and saw that.
But yeah, like the development of this capitalist fucking mode of production was expropriation, was reattribution of property to capitalists, and it didn't happen from a fucking free market. Like, it was insane repression. And it still is in the global south. Like, I want to see this guy go to India where, like, single mothers mining with fucking silicosis with thousands of dollars of debt, earning $3 a day.
Of course, this isn't a
It's...
And why do we hold? I don't get why we hold like American capitalism to different standards than capitalism in the rest of the world. Like, again,
one of the same.
The bourgeoisie talk about like how glorious capitalism is. They don't really only ever talk about the West, not like any of the other places they subjected to capitalism.
They don't
right?
see them as people.
They really don't. Like, that's not.
It's fucking.
I don't get like why Americans don't think other places have politics. Like, you know, like when you mention like socialism to like anyone, and they're like, "Oh, talk to a Cuban. Oh, talk to a Russian."
Listening to voices. It's always fucking listening to voices. What Cuban? Have you talked to a Cuban? Like.
It depends. Like, they treat like. Do they think places outside the U.S. only have one unanimous opinion? Like, I don't get it. They really think people in Cuba, every single person has the exact same opinion. Like,
and like
no
they think
right,
our
there's no dissent. There's no like support. Like, no place. Like, humans aren't that. Like, I don't know what the word is.
I mean, to them, every foreigner is like a monolith.
Yeah, that's what it's looking for. Like, I don't get why their understanding of the world is or of people outside the U.S. is so simple.
And like there was the Badam Padada video on Cuba specifically, right? And he said like of course most people are like not happy with the current state of things. Why? Because of fucking sanctions, and because like Miguel Diaz-Canel is like a government bureaucrat who doesn't have like the same charisma to like go on and convince Daddy Trump to get a better deal on oil or whatever the fuck.
Bro, I don't know what that guy's face looks like. Like, I know of him, of course. I've read like 2 of his things.
He looks like an unk, but like Fidel Castro and like Miguel Diaz-Canel is like equating Who is a charismatic Canadian figure? I mean, Jack Layton, I guess, to like fucking Mark Carney. Mark Carney is a state banker. He's not a charismatic figure.
Comparing Trump to Romney.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Let's continue with
comparing Biden and Andrew Yang.
Oh.
Then again, Biden had like the chocolate chip ice cream type stuff. Yeah, but you get the point.
Yeah, though Biden he experienced the twink death, as they say.
What does that mean?
Like, look at him in his early years. Twink death is when you get old and you lose your twink features. I love asserting that U.S. presidents, war criminals, are twinks. That's very principled.
Problem for those who have the right connections with the right people. Those chosen few get whatever they want.
And that's not the case with capitalism? Oh my god.
Lovely.
But everyone else is out of luck. Venezuela, once the richest country in South America, is...
No, it fucking wasn't.
Wasn't not? I thought they had a prosperous oil economy. Well, I guess rich is like a stupid term.
Yeah, but rich as in like they had a class of crumpeters. They've always had it. Yeah, they nationalized it, and then the U.S. backed a coup, and they privatized it, and then Hugo Chavez re-nationalized it. Like, the reason it was rich is because it was nationalized.
Example of socialism driving a prosperous country into an economic ditch. Now, maybe you think it's an unfair example.
It absolutely fucking is, because you don't just get to like put sanctions on a country and drain its economy and then pretend it's the fault of the state itself. That's like the way that like neoliberal governments like remove funding from public services and then point at it not working and then get the masses riled up against the public services and use it as justification for like privatization.
It also is an unfair example because of a point I made earlier about like unfair courses of development or not enough time for history to like resolve itself, so to speak.
Yeah.
It also is like because like I don't get like why debates like this frame the world's only having two options. Like it's not like he's I think there's one type of socialism and how like the Bolivarian experiment is like exemplar of every other experiment. Like comparing using the Venezuelan context to make assessments on all socialist ideologies like is like ludicrous, bro. Like there's been past 150 years of the left has been like sectarian deviation. All of them have their own conceptions of like what post-capitalism ought to be, right? Or how we ought to achieve such a world. But to judge it all as one is kind of insane. And like, goes for the capitalists.
Actually,
like,
you're wrong because Venezuela, no iPhone.
I guess, bro. I never considered that.
I'm not sure why, but okay. We'll ignore the fact that leftist activists celebrated it as a great socialist success right up until it wasn't. But what about Western European countries? Don't they have socialist economies? People seem pretty happy there. Why can't we have what they have? Free healthcare, free college, stronger unions. Good question, and the answer may surprise you. There are no socialist countries in Western Europe.
Well, thank you, PragerU.
Just as capitalist as the United States. The only difference, and it's a big one, is that they offer more government benefits than the U.S. does. We can argue about the cost of these benefits and the point at which they reduce individual initiative, thus doing more harm than good.
No, the fuck they don't.
Scandinavians have been debating those questions for years. But only a free market capitalist economy can produce the wealth necessary to sustain all of the supposedly free stuff Europe.
The free market stage of capitalism hasn't existed since like we entered the monopolistic stage of capitalism or the imperialist stage. There's no free market anymore in the wake of monopoly capital.
Yeah.
That's a bourgeois myth. The self-made man, so to speak.
It's all of this is fucking pathetic. I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Is there no news? Okay, yeah, news. All right. So this is the free market they talk about. I wonder what the unemployment rate is in Argentina 2026, please. Indicators. I mean, of course, labor rights are under threat, but like, GDP growth.
This is good. This is good.
Like, I don't see how. My God, informal employment rate 51%. But like, a lot of these fucking indicators are going down. Like, Milley's, what a fucking moron. But anyway,
Europeans enjoy. To get the free stuff, after all, you have to create enough wealth to generate enough tax revenue to pay for everything the government gives away.
Not with a fiat currency. But like, does this guy think that like these benefits cost that much? What's the point here?
Hey, without capitalism, you're Venezuela.
What? I'm Venezuela. I'm the landmass constituting Venezuela.
Let me be.
In a 2015 speech at Harvard,
Hmm?
Well, let me leave Venezuela. Let me have the right to self-determination.
Absolutely.
2015 speech at Harvard, Denmark's prime minister took great pains to make this point. I know that some people in the U.S. associate the Nordic model with socialism. Therefore, I would like to make one thing clear. Denmark is far from a socialist planned economy. Denmark is a market economy. So when you point to Denmark as a paragon of socialism, you're really singing the praises of capitalism.
Absolutely.
The more capitalism, the less socialism you need. Look at America
This is
since
why I
20.
hate, this is why I hate like burning AOC types or like Slumdani types who call themselves socialists. This is why I hate the DSA types.
Look,
Like,
this is a good
What have
graph.
they done to left discourse? True.
Yeah, and
is-
Anthony in chat is asking for the penis Prager video about 100 gorillion dead people.
I don't know that one. Actually, I probably do from like 8th grade. That's kind of this one. When I first got into politics, like 8th grade. I just think I was all like radical and edgy for trying to debunk these videos. Here I am, like a 20-year-old man.
Same thing. The more capitalism, the less socialism you need. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, does he think that like people in a free market economy, which gives like it's a proven thing. Like Yakovenko showed it in his 1997 study, very specific. That like no matter the fucking capitalist model you have with wealth accumulation, stark inequalities. And that means that a shit ton of people can't afford those like private services. How does he think it's a good thing? Because he's a CEO of a fucking fast food chain, or 2 fast food chains at that. It's so fucking simplistic.
Bro.
They think that socialism is when the government does stuff.
But I guess I just like don't get how like they become so just like wrong. Cause like to what extent is it like purposely bad acting? To what extent is it ignorance?
I mean, it is absolutely correct in the analysis that like they are relatively like the free fucking market economies they talk about. Like, of course, social democracy is the moderate wing of fascism. They are capitalist economies that are like using those services to protect like private property, to prevent dissent, to prevent worker fucking rising up. They are appeasing the capitalist class at home so they can exploit the global south. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah, man.
Me when I'm asked to name a country.
You need.
True.
Look at America since 2017. A policy of lower taxes and less
How the fuck do you quantify government regulation and economy?
government regulation, that's more capitalism, has led to a robust economic expansion, something thought impossible.
Yeah, it's called the AI bubble, and it's not fucking real.
True.
Like, AI part of GDP USA 2026. I'm curious to see what the AI's contribution to GDP growth.
I have no clue.
It's like a whole percent.
Nothing.
It's like trillions of dollars in market cap. Yeah, but streaming because we wanted to watch some fuck ass thing about PragerU, and there's this Anarch video that's I want to cover because it's such fucking slop. There's a
I watched Anarch when I first got into like the left back in 2020. Back when I was like a little anarchist kid.
Anarch. Why I left anarchism and came back. This is one we should watch. It's so bad.
Badmouth?
Yeah, so fucking bad.
Video. I'm maybe like 5 minutes in.
Actual like bourgeois opportunist. This guy doesn't care about the revolution. Just being correct. Whatever.
I mean, that's like the most common reason why people leave the left. I feel like people that do leave the left leave it just due to like sake of trying to have rational or well-sounding arguments rather than like scientific theory, right?
Yeah, it's feel-good politics, really.
like one of my closest friends at school, he's been a Marxist for many
A
years.
few years
But
earlier.
he recently like abandoned Marxism and like makes fun of me for being a Marxist now because he's a philosophy student and he kind of thinks Marxism's anti-philosophic and he kind of likes like
Oh my
the
god.
glamour of like profound like abstract philosophy in a way it sounds. I think
That's
it's,
so
like, a
bourgeois.
weird- Yeah, it is, but I think that's like a genuine like reason why a lot of people leave a left because they want to have like come up having more like clear abstract like you know what I mean. It's like
Absolutely.
more valuable sounding abstractions.
They want to be correct and intelligent or whatever the fuck. And at the end of the day, a lot of this is due to them just like prioritizing their own personal career above the class struggle because they're pretty bourgeois or opportunistic, whatever the fuck.
I mean, yeah, academia is like. I mean, I want to make it in academia. And I'm adding a moral element when I say this, but like I do think academia is objectively like petty bourgeois, right?
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, I want to be a professor. That's my goal. But like, the relation is that of the petty bourgeoisie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Unemployment.
Anthony's saying how Bad Mouse changes ideologies like he changes pens.
Notably among minority groups, typically most at risk for poverty, is at a generational low.
Hold up, what was this about? I forgot.
Just a few years earlier, unemployment, notably among minority groups, typically most at risk for poverty, is at a generational low. Economic expansion gets people off welfare and into work. That's less socialism.
What?
None of this requires a degree in economics. Common sense is all you need.
Common sense,
That's
of course.
why it's so frustrating to see young people praising socialism and criticizing capitalism. It's bad enough that they're working against their own interests.
Oh yeah, you're working against your own interest as a worker by advocating for worker control. Wow.
Better job prospects, better wages, personal freedom. But they're also working against the interest of the less fortunate. Capitalism leads to economic democracy. Socialism leads to the economic dictatorship of the elite. Always and everywhere. So beware what you ask for.
That's
You
not what
just
we have
might
now.
get it. I'm Andy Puzzler, the author of The Capitalist Comeback for Prager University.
University.
What is that book? Look up that book. I'm curious, like what
Author of what?
thesis is.
Prager University.
Look up his book.
The Capitalist Comeback. I'm curious to look. Okay, The Capitalist Comeback.
I want to see like, what the thesis is and like how notable this book is.
It's so fucking dogmatic. This guy's saying, oh yeah, I'm a company CEO, I own fast food chains, so listen to my enlightened and totally not dogmatic and like biased view of socialism. The Trump boom in the left splop to stop it. The Trump boom. Oh my fucking god.
Bro, he has 67 reviews, bro. It's not a relevant book.
6-7. Poverty in the United States. I can't be fucking asked to look at statistics. Is there a way
I can't read this. It's in the wrong language.
Okay, I'll put it in the Angloid Jacobian language. Andy Puzzler, the former CEO of Carl Jr.'s and Hardee's, says that, quote, capitalism is not a dirty world. And thankfully, President Trump understands this. His pro-business policies will bring back economic growth and secure our future. Oh, he's the grandson of immigrants, the son of a car salesman, and someone who worked his way up from earning minimum wage to running an international business. Wow. Wow. Andrew, thanks for enlightening us.
But who's this book like target? Who's the target audience here? Because I don't think the average Trump voter would fuck with this guy. Like, Trumpism is very petty bourgeois in like who they appeal to. At least out in how I understand it.
I guess like a very specific part of Jordan Peterson's fan base. Specifically, like the ones that go into like economics. Oh, a progressive smear campaign stopped him from joining President Trump's cabinet. Wow,
that's good.
And like, how the fuck do they attack Motivation fit only for greedy plutocrats. Socialist candidates like Bernie Sanders, as if he's not a fucking liberal social democrat. God damn it.
Bro,
He advocates for the Nordic model.
Like, Bernie's ruined, like, left in America. Like, unironically. Like,
liberal Zionists too.
Because of him, like, the average person our age in America has such a diluted understanding of what the left is, or what socialism is. And, like, the info right, like, now they call everything socialist. I don't want to do that always, but I think it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
And it makes rhetoric kind of impossible. Like, the other day, like, a classmate was like, "Hey, Parker, how left are you?" And I was like,
what does this mean?
I was like, very. And he was like, Zoran Mamdani type? I'm like, no, I didn't vote for Zoran. Like,
Zoran.
I was like, that guy's just, like, a moderate in my mind. And that guy, like, couldn't comprehend it. But that's what I mean, like, America has, like, no political diversity or anything.
It's liberalism, fascism.
Because of the way Bernie acts, and, like, Mathias acts, and, like, right acts in response to him, like, the ideological echo chamber feels even smaller. Like, 100 years ago, like, there was a decent communist movement in this country, albeit not a great one, like, one with a lot of weird tendencies, but it wasn't, like, unheard of.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the PSA was, like, a really big thing for a while. The Black Panthers were a awesome, huge, maybe not huge, but very large thing for a bit. But that posed, like, a real threat for a moment.
Yeah.
Like, but now it just kind of all feels dead. I mean, it is dead. But there's, like, there's no diversity here. It's an echo chamber of a country, bro.
One thing that's fucking funny, like, this guy's talking about how, whatever the fuck, how the socialist Bernie, while Bernie is advocating for the Nordic model, and in this video he says explicitly that the Nordic model is capitalist. So I'm wondering where the fuck this guy's reasoning is coming from. Anyway, it's just dumbass right-wingers being reactionaries. Ugh.
Do you remember the PragerU pillow? You know what I'm talking about?
The PragerU pillow?
Look up Dennis Prager pillow. This was a thing they sold on their website for a bit.
No way.
I don't think it's sold anymore. They like images. Yeah, that's it. They sold that on their website for a bit.
Hey, do you want $29 for this bisexual old man? Wait, is he still?
Imagine sleeping in that, bro.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he almost died recently though. Like, he was hospitalized like pretty recently.
So Dennis, we're sitting here today on the day of the memorial of Charlie Kirk. I came here because I wanted to sit with you, knowing that it is very likely that if you could, you would have been on that stage speaking in memory of Charlie.
Oh, I thought she was singing on the stage with Charlie.
Oh, I don't think the stream saw a pillow.
But
oh yeah, chat. This is the fucking. Oh, where is it? Sorry. The Dennis Prager pillow.
That's still a baller, bro. As if that's like a genius of the capitalist market. As if that's like an untapped desire the proletarians had,
yeah.
People had.
This is the rational allocation of the factors of production. Absolutely.
Well, the irony is that the most religious Christians and Jews tend to be more supportive of the president.
Oh,
wait, he's paralyzed now? What? I didn't know that.
In 1969, while he was studying in England, he was recruited by the government of Israel to smuggle Jewish religious items into the Soviet Union and smuggle out names of Jews.
What? Since when?
1969. He was trying to stir up dissent, like national dissent, and trying to like build a like an Israeli identity within Soviet Jews. This guy has like a whole fucking weird history. He worked for Israel. He worked for the Mossad.
Bro, what? I thought he's just like a weird, like, rich white American who, like, had nothing interesting.
Oh, there's a lot of what he wrote an essay called Judaism, Homosexuality, and Civilization. Wait, why is he arguing for banning
No, he's not.
homosexuality in Jewish communities? Is this guy
Well, he is Jewish.
okay? Oh yeah, that makes sense. No,
He's a
no,
larper.
no. But I thought this was was no. I thought it was the whole like metaphysic fucking shit, like Judeo-Christian values, and he was weirdly into like philo-Semitism, but no, he's Jewish. So at least he's not a larper.